Finish him.
Oh, my jeans.
And Alan Ng is here. Hollywood on the Rocks is happening. Marvel Zombies dropped all their episodes on Disney Plus. Alan and I have seen them all. He's here somewhere. I know he is.
Alan, I've been looking for you myself. Alan.
You know, whenever we talk Disney, look who shows up. Our old friend Mickey the Mouse. Is the Alan, you know everything Disney, is the Mickey's middle name?
Mickey the Mouse, yes. Of course it is.
So, okay, that's
Mickey
true. All right, that's great. All right, I'm going to switch that. How's it going, folks? Big show today. Marvel Zombies, trailer reactions. We have an interview with the director of the documentary. I think it's released is it not today or next week? Drew Friedman, Vermeer of the Borscht Belt is the name of the doc. We have director Kevin Dougherty on the show today. Lots of stuff, lots of good stuff, lots of things you will not see on any other show. You won't see it. So before we get started, let's say hi to a bunch of people. Here we go.
Suns and Shadows. Chris is cleaning up his desk after 5 cups of coffee today.
Not enough cups. I only had 3, frankly, but thank you, Suns and
got
Shadows.
2 more to go. All right, Eric Stratton. Why did the chicken cross the road? It was stapled to another chicken.
Never thought of that.
All right, Liquoricious.
Oh my God. Even I can't say
I know. Because you think it's just licorice. So happy hump day.
And all right, it is a hump day.
Ololiuqui, I doubt the zombies will be as entertaining as Werewolf by Night, which at least wasn't a complete waste of time.
I would agree.
Yeah, and then Lord Thoth, of course, comes in with like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch at shop.filmthreat.com.
First of all, by the way, I was at our shop and was completely unaware we had drinkware and accessories, lots of different pint glass designs, some cocktail glass designs, mugs, lots of mugs, a wine tumbler, socks, stickers, patches, and believe it or not, check this out. We've got these koozies. Who doesn't love a good koozie? Look at this. Film Threat can coolers. They come in regular and slim, tall for your White Claws. There. And I just ordered 2 for myself. So there you go.
That.
Yeah. Well,
it's for tall ones too.
Like I say, I love a good koozie. So appreciate that. Ololique, enjoy the DVDs I sent your way. So that's great. And then also want to remind people, Award This is coming up. It's our annual Film Threats annual award show. This event will be our 7th event in 2026. It's Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Come out, join Alan and I. We have a comedian who will be hosting. We have celebrity presenters. I'm already talking to names of people will be there. Lots of filmmakers. It's gift bag, drinks, red carpet, the full awards experience in Santa Ana, California at the Frida Cinema. Put it on your calendar. If you're a filmmaker, go to awardthis.com and submit your movie. You still have, I mean, it's a month basically. Get your movie in and join us for this event. It's huge. It's huge. Also, Film Threat is a proud sponsor of the Credo 23 Film Festival. Go to credo23filmfest.com. This is Justine Bateman's event. you can submit your movie. It's the non-AI movie. If you made your film, handcrafted your movie, submit it to this festival. This is the only festival I know about. They actually pay their filmmakers after they cover the costs. So to show your movie, they pay back. So submit, go to credo23filmfest.com. Look at all the things I have to talk about at the top of the show here. It's kind of crazy.
Plus, we have sponsorships available for Award This.
Yes. Oh, if you are interested, go to filmthreat.com/contact. Contact me about being a sponsor of Award This. We're looking for liquor sponsors, drink sponsors, sponsors that appeal to indie filmmakers. Just help us put on this really great event. As a sponsor, you'll get a VIP package to attend. Hey, Alan, we need a cleanse. We've been talking about a lot of things that have been happening in the country. It's the very first time I've noticed our subs drop was just recently. And we need a cleanse, like a timeline cleanse, like cat photos. I ran across this video I want to share with you because I gotta tell you something about this. This is, I am not single. I am not a single man. I am a taken man. I'm a very happy man that is taken. But I was previously single for a while. I find it miserable. I would not wish dating in LA on Hitler. That's how bad it is. But
wow.
From our friends at the Found Footage Fest, they have this compilation of video dating. I think this is from like the 80s. Check this out. Just a little 2-minute. It's a cleanse. We need something to smile about. Here we go. If you think dating and being single is bad now with online dating, this is what it was in the 80s with video. Look at this.
I'm looking for someone who's looking for me. Someone.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I live in the West End Valley. Pardon me.
Hi, I'm Jana. I'm looking for...
Oh my God, I want some chocolate cake now.
I'm not sure. Hello, my name is Ellen. Some people call me sexy. Others say I'm sensuous.
Hi, I'm Linda. Well, when I'm not using my doctor and pharmacy to troubleshoot a large healthcare computer system, I'm over at the gym pumping iron or driving my black Porsche with the wind blowing through my hair.
Oh, boy.
Baker's rapture of love.
I guess you could say I'm an Oreo cookie freak. I have an Oreo cookie jar, Oreo salt and pepper shakers. I like to collect anything with an Oreo on it.
She is really into Oreos. I can confirm, that was a very popular hairstyle back in that era.
80s.
Oh my God.
And I love to eat double stuffed ones. They're the best.
Bette Midler. I laugh hysterically at Bette Midler.
Oh my gosh.
I have 2 cats.
And I don't know how to ride a horse. And my goal in life is to have my own religion.
I was a flop at canoeing. I'm looking for a romanticist. Spend time at the fireplace. Someone that's clean. Be clean, I keep my car very clean, and I expect a man to do the same.
And I also like very meaty men. One who is charming, personable, doesn't smoke in my face.
I am looking for a passionate yet permanent romance within the guidelines of safe dating practices.
Well, I gotta go now, but keep in touch, okay? Bye. That's it.
Oh my God, look at this. They have the stats. Oh God, those guys at the Found Footage Fest are amazing. You know what? That made me smile. I want to make you, our audience, smile because lately the news has not been great. So there you go. Hey, we've got some trailers to react to, Alan.
I know. I'm excited about this next one.
All right, let's do it. Wicked for Good is the sequel the conclusion of the story of Wicked.
I wonder how it ends. I wonder how.
Well, look, here's the thing. A lot of people probably already know this if you know the play. The second half of the play is very short, truncated. They really whip through the story, kind of rush through. Dorothy enters the story. I don't believe Dorothy even has any lines, right? We see kind of the origin of the Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion, Tin Man. And the second half of the play is kind of a disappointment. The first half is so good. The first half is so good. I don't know how it's gonna measure up, but there's room for improvement in the movie. Let's look at this trailer. I've got it queued up. Got it queued up here, and let's talk about it. This will be one of the biggest films of the year. So let's take a look, Alan. I know you're super excited. I know you also have to see it because of your wife. Here we added songs into. They've added new songs, original, written for the movie.
Yeah. I mean, let's not forget the first movie is longer than the play.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the second one is about, I believe, half as long as the first half. So they're definitely adding, they have to add story, they have to add songs. But the best thing about the second half is the one song, which is what the movie's based on.
This. I know we did our cleanse of our timeline here, but this movie's story is very interesting. If you look at the wizard represents the mainstream media, and Elphaba, the wicked witch, represents Trump. What they're trying to do, which is part of the story, is propagandize the citizens of Oz and tell them this person is evil. This person is evil. We should fear the witch, and putting out lies about Elphaba, the so-called wicked witch. They made up that name. They're calling her a wicked witch, or you could substitute other names. I'm saying if you look at it but the people that are a big fan, they will never see this. I see it. I'm like,
they will refuse to see it that way.
Well, I know they're not doing that, but anyway.
I mean, they want you to follow the wizard blindly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look, we also had to say this musical came out over 20 years ago, and it hasn't really, the story hasn't changed. It's not like they added things. It's the same story that came out 20 years ago.
Well, look, it's interesting if you look at it that way. I am certain that was not intended by the original author, the people involved in the play, or even the filmmakers. It's not their intention. Because of current events and how many people look at the mainstream media and go, I don't know if I trust it. That's kind of, you could look at it that way. And I promise you, that's not that way. You know, they did not mean for Elphaba, the wicked witch, to be Trump. I'm saying you can make a very good argument for it. I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying it's fun to look at that. You could, I mean, also might kind of upset some people. I don't know. But
you're going to upset people.
I mean, you can look at it that way, and you could say, no, it's not. And I say it isn't. Not intended, but let's get back.
Okay.
We're not even 1 minute in.
I know.
Let's
go.
The
music.
And Obi-Wan fighting. That's what it's like. I mean, almost like a lightsaber duel.
It's classic storytelling.
Yeah, but she's look, Kalinda's propaganda tool. She's the tool of the state, which is the wizard. And
if she wants to remain that way, she has to follow. She has to do what she's told, basically.
Correct. Just like people who read, we see Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, we see the Scarecrow and Tin Man. It's their origins are tragic. No details. I'm not going to give details.
But it's not. The play, it's just touched upon. It's never. It's not.
Yes.
Elaborate at all.
The second half of the play is rushed. It really does feel a lot of the story is rushed. This movie, I'm hoping, really actually, it has the potential to be better than the play. at least the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So that Cowardly Lion animation looked kind of weird.
Well, come on.
Okay. And they got to deal with the monkeys too, the flying monkeys. So in some way they have to befriend Alpha. Did you see that last line?
No, do it again.
It's very important.
Okay.
Look at me, not with your eyes, but with theirs. How the people of Oz look at her. See?
Me. Not with your eyes, but theirs.
I've heard it.
How she's been smeared, right? I'm saying what's funny is not intended by the filmmakers. This can be looked at a certain way because of our current climate out there. I'm not saying you should do that. I hope this doesn't turn you off from seeing the movie. I'm saying it's, look, I'm a fan of the first film, fan of the play. You are as well. Alan, you've told me you love musicals.
I do love musicals. Yeah, I don't want to spoil this, but we do know that Galinda gets martyred at the end of the movie when they cancel her TV show.
That's true. And the witch is, I don't want to say it. I have some really not appropriate jokes.
I love that song.
Well, I've already given you my thoughts. What do you think? I mean, look, I think it's going to be very good. One of the biggest movies of the year. The potential to be better than the second half of the play. Your thoughts, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, if they could just resist the urge to insert modern politics, it'll be great. And so far, so good. We'll see. I do know the script was there was heavy adaptations made, especially and done by the writer of the book of Wicked, as well as Stephen Schwartz, who did the music. Look, I was skeptical of the first one. I thought they were gonna make things, for modern audiences. They didn't, and I'm hopeful that that won't happen in the second half.
We'll go to your comments after we get through all these news stories. We got some other stuff to discuss here, and here we go. We'll get to your comments. I promise you. I promise. Hey, zombies. Later on the show, we'll talk about Marvel zombies, but something is coming. Queens of the Dead is being released to theaters. This comes from, actually, I believe the daughter of George Romero made a movie called Queens of the Dead. It's a gay zombie movie. Now, it's not as if there hasn't been gay horror. A lot of gay horror. We one of the award this nominees from a couple of years ago was a movie called Roadhead, which was a gay horror film. Very funny, actually. Queens of the Dead is coming, and let's look at the trailer. And I want to know, Alan, if this is a movie you'll see. Let's watch it.
Dre, babe, take a breath. What's happening?
DJ's MIA and
Toilet still clogged.
What are you, like 35 and still promoting parties?
Dre, get ready for the wildest party we've ever thrown.
Oh, we're not ready. We're never ready. Open the doors.
It looks like Bushwick's beautiful people are out tonight. Hi, beautiful people!
Drag queens!
Grown man with man parts coming through.
I've never had stage fright. What do you say, you and me? We kill it.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
You all right?
Drag is not life or death.
Tina,
bitch!
Oh, fuck.
Something very bad is going on.
Manhattan is under siege.
What the hell? Shelter in place?
That thing was not human. You know what this means.
It's worse.
A zombie.
Yum, yum, yum.
My wife is coming.
She's probably dead.
Oh my God!
That was kind of sexy.
Softball, third base.
We gotta armor up.
You might want to look away. Why?
We outside tonight.
It's life or death.
It's both. It's always both.
I know, such injustice, right?
Survive.
So Queens of the Dead from Tina Romero's coming out. It looks like more of a comedy.
Yeah,
than
you
horror.
think?
Yeah. But I think they really, I mean, I hope it does get into like where they talk about zombies, like, well, we have to be about inclusion. There's already a review on the Film Threat website.
Yeah,
This
9.5 out of 10 from Bobby Lapierre.
Yeah, and it was played what festival?
Toronto.
That's
Film.
great.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
I'm looking forward to this. I don't know why people think we don't like gay movies.
Yeah. Well, we'll
We
see.
get comments every so often. It's like, oh, don't let your audience know that you like a gay movie. It's like, we like.
I
gay
mean,
movies.
Alan just talked about how he likes Wicked. How gay does Alan have to be?
I know, really. We like Wedding Banquet.
Hey, trailer for a movie that's coming out next year from Maggie Gyllenhaal just dropped. And let me just say, we saw a preview of this, an extended look at the film at CinemaCon in Vegas. And I, for one, cannot wait. We saw a piece of the movie, not really a full trailer, kind of a montage of scenes. Now we have a full trailer here. And it's described by Maggie Gyllenhaal is kind of like Bonnie and Clyde meets like Sid and Nancy, like a tragic couple. It's very kind of punk rock and goth. Let's take a look. What I've seen of this already in this new, I am all in. This looks great. Let's take a look at this teaser. I like it. It's coming March 6th next year. Cannot wait. A new take on that story. And Jesse Buckley is just awesome. Christian Bale as the monster. Wow. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm all in. I like the look of it too. It has
It's
that
kind of
definitely
a punk
it's
version of.
punk rock, Bonnie and Clyde era, like on the run, this tragic couple. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, been a big fan of Jessie Buckley since Wild Rose.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
She's great. Hey, Alan, real quick, side note, that thing you were having a problem with, Paul fixed it. He said, try now.
All right, I'll try.
Okay. We have other stuff to discuss, and we'll get to your comments.
I don't know why you tell me now if you don't want me to check.
No, because you have to go. I want you to.
I know.
No, but we got. I got something to share with you here. John Boyega on what he would have done with Star Wars. We rarely talk about Star Wars on the show or the Star Wars sequels. But one thing I think we all agree on, the sequels could have been better. Maybe they could have reunited Han, Luke, and Leia, introduced these new characters, a proper passing of the baton to a new generation. None of that happened. None of it, sadly. But John Boyega was asked at, God, what is this? He's at SuperCon in Florida, and he was asked what he would have done with Star Wars because, I mean, at the very least, his character, Finn, was treated horribly. He was sidelined after the first movie with nothing to do. It was
They jar-jarred him.
And he also had, I thought, the most interesting story, a stormtrooper that turns against the programming. We've never seen that in Star Wars. We've seen the journey of a Jedi go right and go wrong. We've never seen a stormtrooper break the programming. Here's what he had to say at what is this? At
SuperCon.
Florida SuperCon. Let's check this out here. Okay.
If you could, knowing what you know and how everything went with Star Wars and with Finn, if you were to, let's say, remake the movies and be able to put what you wanted in Finn, backstory, everything, how would you make them?
It would be mad. First of all, we're not getting rid of Han Solo, Luke Skywalker.
You heard what he just said? We ain't getting rid of Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. He's a fan. John Boyega, he's a fan. Like, I remember there were videos on social media of he and Daisy Ridley walking around cons and stuff. And he is a super fan of Star Wars. He is disappointed, not as just as someone involved in the sequels. And he is disappointed. I haven't.
Disappointed.
Yes, he's disappointed. Let's keep watching.
What we're going to do is fulfill their story, fulfill their legacy. We're going to make a good moment of handing on the baton. Our new characters will not be OP'd in these movies. They won't just grab stuff and know what to do. No.
You already said they won't be overpowered. Yeah. The new characters won't be OP'd in this movie. He literally, first of all, I had not seen this clip. Our producer, Atomic Lori, discovered this clip. And I got to say, like, he's kind of saying what I'm saying.
I know.
This is crazy.
I hope he utters the words "girl boss" at some point.
Oh no, he's not going to say that. But let's finish.
No, you got to struggle like every other character in this franchise. I look to the Old Republic too. I look to the Old Republic stories and see how we can add the continuation of that. I would definitely, want to see a Force Unleashed, story in there. There'll be so many. There'll be so many things I would do, and the creative. I would try to expand the Star Wars universe as much as possible, but while respecting the lore.
Yeah.
And if we are going to expand the law, we have to do it within, within the respective boundaries that are set out for us. But I don't know, Luke Skywalker won't be like disappearing on a rock and like that. No. Standing there and he's like a projector. Boy. I would want to give those characters way more.
And then with Finn, I know that I guess his projection will end up as a Jedi or with Force abilities or something. With his backstory,
or maybe not a Jedi. Maybe I want to see a Jedi stormtrooper things. Like maybe I want to launch now a new category of Jedi that are more stormtrooper armored. Like maybe Finn goes all around the galaxy, freeing the rest of the stormtroopers that are still under the Empire and still think the First Order are still up. And maybe it's that. And then he's really there. Samuel Jackson, come on. Something like that would be cool.
And then as far as his lineage, would you think that he would be related to anybody from the original cast, or or is he just like a
probably not related? Because I also don't want it to feel like the new characters have to be related to the old for us to
Okay.
What's your name? Skywalker. No, man. Yeah. Chill. Like you was cool by yourself. Like he was all right. So I would want to make the same love you have for Han, you have for Luke. It wasn't because of who they were connected to. And I think I would want to try to put work into establishing these individual characters to be loving enough for you guys love them by themselves without the connection. And I think that would be important for the longevity of a franchise,
Oh, thank
I mean, but who am I?
That's the end of it. But my God, he's a fan. He is a super fan. Mm-hmm. He gets it. God.
Yeah. I mean,
so
it's sad
obvious.
Because before Force Awakens came out, how many actors would say, I've dreamed of always being in a Star Wars movie? Want to always be in a Star Wars movie. And then this is the Star Wars movie they put them in.
Well, now I don't know. I think it's hard. It's probably hard now to convince people to be in Star Wars.
I mean, I think you're right. You have to convince people to be in your Star Wars thing.
I hope Ryan Gosling is getting well paid. I hope he's getting well paid. There we go. Hey, let's do one more news item before we go to Soups. And my apologies. Somehow the stream went down on YouTube for a couple of minutes. I don't know what happened. So let us know in the live chat if everything's okay. And it looks okay on our
It
end.
looks like it's still going to YouTube.
It's okay now. So, all right, we'll get to your comments. We didn't do comments yet. One more news story here. James Gunn's DCU plan.
This is an old story. That's what.
No, and to that you say there's a plan. Yes, there is, folks, and it's right here. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's you're gonna have to tell me.
You hit share. You hit share screen.
I know how to do it, Alan. I know how to do it. So let's take a look at this clip. He is on a YMH Studios. Never heard of it, but sounds good. He's talking about the plan here. Let's see what he has to say.
How much time do you guys spend like as the heads of this planning out where DC goes next? Like, is that a big, that feels like it would be a big
It is a big thing. Well, I mean, one of the things that we did was when we first took over, I had written up what point was what, but I had written up like what the first shows were supposed to be, and then but where the story eventually went. And so then we met with David Zaslav, who's the one who hired us. We told him what the basic plan was. He was into that. We got hired. He was the only one that knew that. And then we told Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi, and they were into it. And Casey Boyce, who's out of HBO Max. So we had a basic plan, but then I hired a group of writers who I really respected, who came in, and then we kind of worked out the whole story. Now, some things have changed since then for various reasons, but the basic thrust of the big story is the same. That is what started in Superman, continues in Peacemaker, and goes to the next Superman movie, and then will continue from the movie after that. And then after that. So there's this the bigger plan that we came up with. That,
it feels like it's got to be like with everything you have and just the scale, it's like you have to think in terms of like decade, right? Like 10-year
It's
plans.
like a decade. Yeah. And maybe a little less, but yeah, but like it's very loose too. You have to be careful because there were certain projects that were a part of that plan that like, because my other rule is that I'm not going to greenlight anything without having a screenplay that I love. And there were other things that just haven't worked yet. And so you got to be, able to have the big picture in mind, but then also be willing and be able to shift anytime you need to.
Yeah.
So the pinpoints are the same, but some of the specifics have changed.
Well, the Authority movie got canceled.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that Authority movie.
Yeah.
Look,
I've
pretty
been
much it for this.
I've been listening to other people talk about this, and they always go back to that first video during COVID where James Gunn came out and gave us this giant plan of the DCU, and then you're seeing projects on that plan drop to the side, and I have to say, good for him. I would rather you change your plan than put out a bad movie or be forced into fulfilling the plan. Because you said it and it has to come to being. No, plans are plans. Plans get scrapped. Plans get changed. Go ahead. If it's not working, don't do it. I wish Disney and Star Wars would do that.
Well, I mean, it's not as if Marvel had it all mapped out. They knew the Infinity Stones would be in certain movies.
No, we're talking Marvel after the Infinity
exactly.
War.
But it came together really well. It fit together well. But there was a lot of, go back and look at Kevin Feige's, like almost every single time he announced a phase and they mapped out movies.
Right.
movies would drop or move or come off the
Right.
schedule or change around or titles change
Right.
even.
But
Or,
when
you know,
those
hang-
movies look like they're gonna suck, rather than scrap it, they just poured more money into it and then forced it upon us. I mean, look, the Marvels, as bad as it was still a shell of what it originally was. You know, you just, you know, if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Just stop. Go in a direction that's gonna make it work, or scrap the project altogether. You know, and I think to James Gunn's credit, you know, you may not like what he's greenlit so far, but can you imagine how bad the other ones were to the point where he just said, no, we're not doing
Well, they did scrap The Authority.
it. Mhm.
They did. I mean, I don't know. Batman again is, I mean, he's such a pivotal character. He should have been introduced in the universe now, or a mention, or if possible, fold in Robert Pattinson. You know, who knows? I really think that, I mean, you can map it out all you want. Things change. Or what if something bombs? What if Supergirl bombs? That's the next movie, right? If that bombs, where does your universe go? What's the plan? And you got to get Batman in there. You need the Trinity: Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. You've got to get them in it. I almost think Gunn could have even just gone backwards. Just do a Justice League movie and then, you know, do single movies after that. But that's a big task right there. Well, it's nice to know he acknowledges there's a plan. But I was just talking to our friend Dante James of Verbal Riot. Shout out to him, Verbal Riot Show. He said because he loved Superman when we saw it at the theater. He just watched Superman on Max. He says, oh, wow. He says to me, it doesn't really hold up. I mean, it was just out a few months ago. You know, he's already telling me it kind of doesn't hold up.
I don't know. I think he's letting the chatter influence him as well.
We shall see. Yeah. Let's go to your comments.
All right. From the Napsky, for 5, watched the short video of Alan eating fries. It's total Alan ASMR. That alone is worth Film Threat membership.
That's right. Look, if you're a member of the channel, we post videos only for members. And at one, we were at the premiere of the movie Sketch with Drinker and Gary, and you were eating fries. All I did was film you eating fries.
Yes, I was hungry.
Well, that's the kind of great content you'll get if you're a member. But also we do have Q&As for screenings like from Sketch, from One Battle After Another. A lot of movies we film the Q&As, or at least I do.
No, I record every Q&A done here in Orange County.
Which is every
single one.
Yeah.
All right. James Ricci, aka Gen X Fed. Chris and Allen, thank you for the great show and cleanse. Prayers that my ICE colleagues and other law enforcement remain safe. God bless America, Film Threat, and everyone in the chat.
Well, thank you, James. I really enjoy my hoodie that you sent. Thank you so much. I think maybe it freaks out my neighbors.
You got an ICE hoodie?
No, FBI hoodie.
Oh, okay.
And I'll wear it in my neighborhood on a cold day. I like seeing what people them react to
what they throw at you.
Yeah, what they throw at me. It's kind of fun. So thank you, James. Appreciate you.
Our buddy Press M to Start, member for 29 months. Guys, please just spoil that Antifa movie already.
We're gonna wait till Friday. Alan has to see it. We're going to
I'm
wait.
not looking forward to this movie.
Can't wait for you to see it.
Helios Ending for 2 Canadian. Really tired of these drums in every movie trailer.
Yeah, that's true.
Macaron Girl for 100 Argentinian pesos. There better not better not use a CGI Judy Garland for a cameo or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, and I don't
Please
think
do not.
I don't think MGM is going to let him do that.
We'll save any Marvel Zombie questions for that. So let's just focus on the news stories we just did.
Okay, so English Bachelors gifted 5 Film Tech memberships.
Thank you for that. That's awesome.
And Macro CC S member for 7 months. FYI, your stream was briefly suspended for policy violation. Hail Film Thread. What did we do?
Is that true, Atomic Lori? Policy violations? I don't know what we did. We'll look.
You probably played a video.
Who knows? Okay, a couple more comments here.
It's the gayest zombie movie ever.
I think that's safe, and I think Tina Romero would agree.
Yes. Let's see. Sorry. One Mr. Jim. Shout out to Chris for generously sending me a batch of cool Blu-rays. A welcome surprise yesterday. Members get excellent perks. Join today. Absolutely.
Yeah. Once a year, right before the holidays, I do a giveaway. And if you're a member, you'll be part of the giveaway. And thank you for being a member. We do appreciate you quite a bit. Thank you so much. Let's get to it, Alan. Do you love zombies?
I love zombies.
I am a huge zombie movie fan, from George Romero's Night of the Living Dead to all the zombie verse, to the Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead comics and the TV series back in the day. I'm just a fan of all things zombies. Well, Marvel Zombies comes to Disney Plus. All the episodes have dropped. It is based on the comic book series that I will admit I have not read the comic book series. But I have seen all the episodes of this show. We will be as light on spoilers as possible, but there will be some minor spoilers here, mainly on the level of, and I'll say it right up front, a lot of characters die, like a lot. We may mention a few, not all of them, but a few. But let's get into it. Marvel of late has not fallen on hard times, dwindling box office, just interest in Marvel media waning with the movies and series. But let me just say up front, I believe this is the best Marvel, might be among the best. Werewolf at Night, I like that. I like, there's
the Christmas special.
The Christmas special, Guardians. This is among the best things on Disney Plus of Marvel content. Let me explain. It's in the Marvel spirit. It's fun. It is, it doesn't disappoint on the gore. This is not for kids. I would say probably 14 and up. Single digit age kids are going to see some of their favorite characters killed by zombies and creatures in ungodly ways. They don't spare the gore. It is hardcore on the gore. And that's great. For Halloween, this really lives up.
Can I speak to that?
Yes, speak to that.
Yeah,
I'm building to a point. I'm building to a point. Go ahead.
Okay, but let me just speak to that. Having watched Marvel Zombies, it is written by Zeb Wells, who is a comic book writer. And the best thing Marvel did here is they put a comic book writer in charge of the series.
Yes.
And I will say that, and I'll say briefly, there is a spirit of comic books in here. But here's the thing. Let me set up the stage here. Okay, so here comes Zeb Wells. He walks into the Disney Plus offices and says, hey, they say to him, hey, do you want to write the Marvel Zombie series? And he's like, yeah, that sounds like a fantastic opportunity to do my own series for Disney Plus and to represent Marvel. And so he says yes. And they say, great, because we want to bring Marvel comic book writer spirit to this series. By the way, here are the list of superheroes you get to work with. and on that list is Shang-Chi, Ms. Marvel, Katie, Ironheart, and Kate Bishop. And then he's like, oh.
Did you mention Riri?
Yeah, Riri.
Yeah, Ironheart.
And so it's like, look, the best thing I can say about this is there is a comic book spirit behind it. The worst thing I'd say about it is you don't care about the characters who star in this movie.
That's exactly the problem. It is really well written, and in the spirit of the comic, things move along quickly. It becomes it's first a road movie, trying to just survive the zombies. Then they come up with a goal. They meet up with other groups that meet up.
Yeah, very Walking Dead along the way.
Walking Dead like there's an action sequence on the water with a zombie Namor. That's a lot of like the action sequences remind me of Marvel fun. I mean, there's really
comic book fun,
Marvel fun, but the character that should have been center stage is Spider-Man. This should have been a Spider-Man story. As it is, it's Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel is
and the Thunderbolts. And the
Thunderbolts. Oh my God. Now there are some interesting cameos. Like I thought it was Doctor Strange. It's Scott Lang has a disembodied head in glass, and he flies around on the cloak of Doctor Strange. Make of that what you will. The other thing is, some of the characters are really well done. Let me give you a Spider-Man in this.
They're okay done.
Okay. Blade is great. And by the way, the illustration, it's weird. Some of the characters are drawn to look like their movie counterparts. Some look like it. And Blade, like when you see Blade, it looks like Mahershala Ali. They were, who knows, maybe the Blade movie would have been out before this was released.
Yeah.
But
it's not his voice.
It's not his voice. They hired a different actor, but his look, he looks like Mahershala Ali. Am I wrong, Alan? A little.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
I mean, Scott Lang is voiced by Paul Rudd, but doesn't look like Paul Rudd. It's very weird. So some of the characters look like their movie counterparts and some do not, but the cast is mostly, I mean, Florence Pugh does Elena, Iman Vellani does Ms. Marvel, Dominique Thorne does Ironheart, Haley Steinfeld does Kate Bishop, Elizabeth Olsen plays Scarlet Witch, Aquafina is Katie, Randall Park plays Jimmy Woo, a minor character in both WandaVision and which
it was and WandaVision and then the Ant-Man series.
Yes, Simu Liu is Shang-Chi, Wyatt Russell, U.S. agent, David Harbour, of course, is in it. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. I mean, they got like these, but here's the thing: these are mostly Phase 4 characters, and
they're
look,
all Phase 4 characters.
Shang-Chi and Katie are big part. They enter the show in episode 2, and then kind of, I mean, it ends up being an ensemble thing in a way. Like it's a hodgepodge of your C-list Avengers characters, but I can't deny that it's well written, very comic booky, very fun. Lots of characters die in gruesome, fun ways. We do get zombie versions of things like Thor. There's a really, I like the sequence with Valkyrie in New Asgard. I'm not going to talk about the ending, obviously no spoilers, but I like the way it ended. It was unexpected. So,
but it ended like a what if issue.
It's a really good what if. I don't care about the main people they chose to focus on. Although in the end, we get to see Spider-Man have fun. Let's say he should have been the focus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me talk about that because
please.
When I've read Marvel, the big storylines, Secret Wars, Civil War, all these big Marvel events, the center focus of every single event was Spider-Man. Spider-Man was kind of the linchpin to how these events ended.
Yes.
Spider-Man is and will always be the face of Marvel Comics, and as well as he should be. But not here. It's Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel is the face of Marvel Comics now.
Look, and I'm not saying that Ms. Marvel couldn't have been a part of this adventure, a part of this story. And I will say, I do like that it's 4 episodes, about 2 hours total.
Mm-hmm.
I binged all of them. It's I like that they dropped all the episodes at once. Just watch it all together.
Yeah. I do like the animation as well.
I like the animation. Some people will complain. You know what? I enjoyed it. Think of this as the Marvel Halloween special. And I'll say this is among the best of the Disney Plus Marvel things they've made. It's up there.
Which isn't saying much.
Well, yeah, exactly, because I've really disliked almost all of it. Frankly.
I mean, when you compare it to Werewolf by Night and to the Guardians Christmas special, this is light years away from it in third place.
Right, but
it's not even close to those.
But so many of the series, the live action series, have just been, terrible. I mean, just god awful. This was, the fact that they got most of the people doing the voices, with the exception of Blade and a few others.
Yeah. How hard was it for them to get Simu Liu and Awkwafina to be in?
I don't think it was that hard.
Okay.
And I'll say this about Shang-Chi and Katie. Shang-Chi as a character and Katie as a character, they're better in Marvel Zombies than they are in the Shang-Chi movie. They're actually better. They're more likable. They're better written. It's just weird. So it's a weird thing to, look at this and go, well, the story is well written. The action sequences, clever. The where the story went, it moves fast.
Yeah.
I will say this, the pacing of it, it's like reading a comic. It's half-hour episodes. You can binge it in 2 hours, the whole thing. And it's at the end, it's fun, like reading a fun comic. So I don't even know what to rate it. It's just no going in. It's better than expected and disappoints because of the fact that they're focusing it on the characters they're trying to build up from phase 4.
Right. But the problem is there's nothing in it that says you have to see this.
Yes.
If it was Robert Downey Jr., if it was the original Avengers,
oh my God.
Yeah, that would, you have to see it. But we're talking about the B tier phase 4 through 6 superheroes. And you just don't care. Ms. Marvel. I mean, it's the movie Ms. Marvel powers, not the comic book Ms. Marvel powers.
Yes, it's the powers for Ms. Marvel are weird.
Well, the powers for Ms. Marvel are
really
basically
weird.
No, it's Sue Storm's powers without the invisibility.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. She has like projectile powers or something.
Yeah, or she can create force bubbles, which she does throughout the entire thing. But like I said, the fact that, again, Spider-Man has always been the center of the Marvel universe. The fact that they're making Ms. Marvel the center of the Marvel universe is just kind of like, the biggest reason is why. Why is she chosen of all the heroes to be the center? Because exactly why Spider-Man is the center of the Marvel universe. Because he's the
most
really
popular character.
Yeah.
He's the most popular.
And he was there from the beginning.
And also, she's the main protagonist.
Yeah.
Sure, it becomes an ensemble by episode 2, but she is the main character. So I would recommend it for this reason. it reminded me of when I liked Marvel. The problem is, what are you saying? Now, when I say
So
that,
yeah,
it's like a recommend because of the reasons why I liked it. But
yeah.
again, you're
That's
stuck
saying okay. What you're saying is this is the best of phase 4 through 6.
it actually is.
This.
What's funny is this is the best of phase 4 through 6.
Yeah, but that yeah, and so therefore you must see it.
But
and that's why I can't recommend it. It's the best attempt to do something right. But because you're beholden to the phase 4 through 6 characters, it fails.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's the best of phase 4. I give it a 6 out of 10, and I give it a bare recommend. And you know what? You may have fun. But Alan, what you're saying is
no, because these are not the characters I want to see and have fun with.
Yes, that's right. I can imagine almost the same script, nearly the same. You'd have to rewrite a bunch of little, but almost the same script, but with characters I care about more.
Well, how about going to my argument? The main character should have been Spider-Man.
Yes,
and you would have had a much better series. Because Spider-Man is a much more developed character, and the masses who are the audience of this know Spider-Man a lot more than they do Ms. Marvel.
Well, the sad thing is, I mean, look, I binged it because we promised to talk about all the episodes. There are people that probably won't get past episode 1. And I think there are people looking, this is a cartoon. They think this might be safe for kids. I'm telling you, not under a certain age. It's gory. I mean, gruesome, especially at the end. I mean, there are some really gory deaths that I mean, honestly, I laughed out loud at some of the deaths. They were really funny.
Right. But
I like seeing certain people die was kind of funny.
Yeah. And honestly, the Marvel Zombies comics were that way as well. You know, it wasn't just the fact that your heroes were becoming zombies, but the way they became zombies. You know, that's the fun of it. It's kind of connected to it, but like Age of Ultron, you know, the way those heroes died were just as spectacular as well. The way they killed Captain America in Age of Ultron was amazing. I still think about it today.
Well, so Alan, you're saying, I don't know if you want to give a number rating.
I'll give it a 5. Look, again, I appreciate the fact that it feels like a comic book movie, and more so than anything I've seen Disney Marvel do. But again, I don't care about these characters. The powers of these characters are subpar. You know, it's like I don't think anyone really had powers except Ms. Marvel. Everyone else was just overpowered human beings. So.
Well, Spider-Man does come in at some point, but because he's like a side character, a huge mistake on their part. So, all right, let's go to your comments.
All right, press M to start. Do we see any phase 4 heroes get munch on?
Oh, a lot. It's really good. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot get killed. In fun ways too. Care to talk about any?
No, because that would be spoilers. I think.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil it, but a lot of characters die.
Let's just say that if you're not a fan of Ironheart, you'll be okay.
Yes. Thanks, Em.
Okay. Wes Ray, do we have to do any homework to watch it? Because I haven't watched anything Marvel since Captain Marvel, pretty much. Yeah, if you want to know who these characters are, you have to have seen everything after Captain Marvel. Introspect M, I saw episode 1 of Marvel Zombies, and it's kind of a mess narratively, in my opinion, so far. The lighting is awful for the animation, but it is mindless action and no holds bar on gore and dying. I will say I felt the same way after episode 1, and then when episode 2 and 3 and 4 came along, it was like, okay, I get where they're going or what they were doing in that first episode. Not enough to save it. Razorburn. So are these the slow moving or fast moving zombies? They're fast.
Some are fast and some are slow.
I don't know. I mean, the superhero zombies move, and like Hawkeye moves like Hawkeye.
Just moves like Hawkeye.
Yeah. Our own Charmin. Oh, okay. So this is a genuine recommendation, and it's not entirely all the characters we hate die in gruesome ways. For Chris, yes.
No. I mean, Spider-Man is in it. There are other characters you care about from phase 1, 2, and 3. And I think you will have, look, if you already have Disney Plus or a way to see it, watch it. I would recommend it. But don't sign up to Disney Plus just to see it. I would not say that. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Zodlander, Yelena is one of my least favorite characters that MCU has created. Well, okay, Ironheart and She-Hulk can almost share that spotlight in worst characters.
Yep.
Patrick Lemire, Ms. Marvel is fetch. Stop trying to make it happen.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right. And then from AD Ellis, could they have made the show in live action? Not for the budget that would
not for the budget. It's pretty big in terms
it's pretty
of
big in
the
scope.
budget. Yeah. Hey, Alan, you know we love to talk to indie filmmakers. We love to talk to them, learn their secrets. How did you make a movie? You know what? We find out sometimes it's really hard, but it's possible. And we have Kevin Dougherty here to talk to us about his movie. Let's get him on the show.
Am I there?
Hey,
there you are.
Hello.
Hey, Kevin. This is good. This is wait, no, this is not. Let me correct that.
What?
Kevin, the Drew Friedman documentary.
Yes.
I saw it. I loved it. I am a fan. I'm a fan of his artwork. For those who don't know who Drew Friedman is, please tell them.
Drew Friedman is an artist illustrator. He started out working for Topps, doing bubblegum cards, and he was part of the whole late 80s Raw magazine, New York undergroundish cartoonist, post-underground cartoonist. He's a really accomplished draftsman. He's the son of writer Bruce J. Friedman. He has meticulous craft. His artwork is beautiful, but it's also, ugly people. He's sort of obsessed with weird old show business, weird old faces. And he's got an aesthetic, and not just his style, but he only draws particular things, or really wants to. He worked for Entertainment Weekly and Spy Magazine and all these sort of commercial enterprises. But mostly now what he does is just portraits of people he's interested in, like showbiz people, comic book people. There's a whole sort of a cast of characters, Shemp and Joe Franklin and these sorts of people that he's kind of made his nut on, if that's the proper term.
Yeah, I mean, I was such a fan of his art. I would buy books of the art. Saw him on the cover of like Raw magazine.
Yeah.
He contributed to a lot. I still have that stuff. Such a huge fan. And his brother, Josh Allen Friedman, actually wrote for Film Threat in the 90s. He wrote our Tales from the Casting Couch column for like a year, and he was on Geraldo because of that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
You didn't know that? Oh, I have the episode. It's great. But I could never afford Drew at all. He was doing stuff for Spy and among others. I loved his art, just books of his art. Did he do a book of art where it was just people's fate, like Charles Bukowski and people like that? Like
he did a Bukowski print. He's done everybody not everybody could think of.
Tor Johnson, like
Tor
actors that we're gonna see. We're gonna watch the trailer for your documentary. And as you're watching the trailer, you're going to go, oh, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know Drew Friedman from going to comic shops, every week and whatnot. But how did you, before we show the trailer, how did you get involved in telling this story, this topic? And I feel like I know a bunch of the people that are in the doc, like, supporting his art. I just didn't know a lot about Drew Friedman, the man.
He has a lot of
crazy.
friends in Hollywood. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
popular. I think people suck up to him because they either want him to draw them or they don't want him to draw them because he's going to make them weird looking. I met Drew like 20 years ago. I was doing interactive media. I was doing animation, and I was working for a company that was doing kids CD-ROMs, and they gave me like a decent budget, and they didn't like my artwork. So I said, I don't know, screw it. I'll find Drew Friedman. And surprisingly, he said yes. And the project it came out, but the company was gone. But he lives close to me. I live in Pennsylvania, and we would have lunch and dinner every once in a while. We started talking about a project, but we're like friends, and I didn't really want to pressure him, At one point, we were talking about doing a podcast because the world needs more podcasts.
Right.
So I said, let's do it. I don't know. We'll do a Kickstarter or something, and we'll do it for no money, which was not really what it turned out to be. But and we just took it from there. And so many people just signed on immediately. Like, you're trying to find big names. And I knew Mike Judge was a fan of his, and I'm a big fan of Mike Judge's. And I got Mike's email, and I'm thinking, well, that's a shot. And I got an email back from him like in 15 minutes saying, I will do this. I really want to do this. So it was great. And people were really excited about being in the film.
Well, I mean, you really did get some real names in there to talk about. Oh my God. The poster for the movie. I want to show the poster. We'll also look at the trailer in a moment, because did Drew make the poster for the movie?
He
obviously.
I think I had to ask him to do his own portrait. I don't know if he's done a couple of self-portraits. That's designed by Alexander Isley, who is a fantastic graphic designer. And I just couldn't have. I mean, we sent him he really went all out on this, and he did it gratis, I should say.
That's a good image.
His style is so recognizable. I love it.
The background things are archive stuff, the portrait he did, but it was amazing, that little collage in the back, how we had like 3 or 4 of us arguing over, not arguing, but debating who goes where, who goes here. It's like credits and stuff. It's like, put him higher, put him lower. We don't need that guy. It was really fun. And just to see it was, have a big movie poster now.
Well, let's take a look at the trailer for the movie. I've got it queued up here, and then we'll talk about more on the other side. Here we go.
This is a film about art. It's also about Jews, television, popular culture, Long Island, New York City, and more. The name of the film is
Drew Friedman, Vermeer of the Borscht Belt.
Drawing was kind of an escape for me.
Shemp, yeah.
I like drawing older people because you see the lives they've led, like in their faces.
There's a darkness to it.
It's almost like there's all the cartoonists, and then there's Drew Friedman.
I don't know where he got the images. I don't know if he made them up or what.
I don't think that Drew Friedman is sunk in nostalgia. He is sunk in celebrating survival on the fringes.
His art spoke to that fascination I had, that was almost a morbid fascination with show business.
Obscure people in show business that people don't remember.
Here's a guy who stays up late at night and watches old movies just like I do.
Drew is at least fighting a good fight, saying there was once a man named Norm Crosby.
It's beautiful.
That really, to me, is the essence of Drew Friedman.
Drew Friedman, Vermeer of the Borscht Belt.
Okay, that's what I do.
It's all about Shemp.
Drew taught me to like Shemp.
Yeah, Shemp was disturbing.
That's great. I mean, I've seen the documentary. It's a lot of fun. It's oh my God, Scott Alexander in there, and the Gilbert Gottfried stories are great.
Gilbert was he's sort of the backbone throughout this whole thing. Like me and Drew had been on his podcast a bunch of times, and I knew Gilbert peripherally for as long as quick story. When I first did this kids CD-ROM, Drew was asking me like, well, what are you doing for the voices? And I said, I want to get like Gilbert Gottfried or something, but he goes, oh, here's his number. And Gilbert did it for pennies. I mean, it was one of those things where Gilbert liked to get paid. And, but I said, dude, it'll be like 20 minutes and it's like a couple $100. And he was like, fine with it. And it was just real. And it just, over the years, hanging out with Gilbert has been a very surreal, strange experience.
How'd you get the rest of those interviews? You had Mike Judge, Mark Maron.
Most of them were fans of Drew. Maron's a fan. Mike Judge is a fan. Larry Karaszewski and Scott Alexander are fans. Merrill Marco's a fan. Everybody, Drew knew pretty much everybody, or they knew him by reputation. A lot of people, I don't think he ever met Mike Judge, for instance. And everybody was just, I can't think of too many people. If there's people we didn't get, it was like scheduling and logistics. It wasn't anybody saying I wouldn't do that. And to do it for me, who the hell am I? But they wanted to do it for Drew, and I was real psyched about it.
Now, tragically, since you finished the doc, Gilbert Gottfried passed away. How long have you been working on the documentary? I know from personal experience, it takes a long time to make a doc. So
I spent years waiting for Attack of the Doc.
No,
I loved it. It was great.
Thank you so much. I mean, that was actually quick, honestly. I mean,
even with COVID.
That was my excuse.
It was like 2018. I kind of had the concept, and then it came out, in 2023. So 5 years. That's short for a doc. I think
it took me, I think I got, my Kickstarter was like the end of 2017. And then I was sort of futzing around. I still didn't quite have enough money. And then COVID happened, and it was like, and that kind of, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Blame COVID, not me. But I didn't have a hard deadline until I got involved with Shout Factory, who've been really great. But at one point they said, where's the movie, Kev? And they were not, the major investor, but they were really great to me. And, it was kind of like, I'm really good with deadlines, but I never had a deadline. I guess because I'm the boss, and I can't stick by my own deadlines. But
I mean, passion projects don't have a deadline, right? I mean, look, if you're making the next Marvel movie, yes, it's got to be done by a certain time, for good or bad. But
the date, they have the date.
Yeah, the date. But Shout Factory, by the way, they've been putting out some amazing stuff. Their YouTube channel does live streams of like old TV shows. Yeah. It pops up in my feed. So I mean, not only putting out like top tier DVD versions of classic films and TV, but their YouTube channels. So you really got a good partner in Shout Factory.
We're also partnered with Stand Up Records, a guy named Dan Schlissel who puts out comedy on vinyl, and he's the king of comedy vinyl reissues, and he's a really great guy, and he's a big supporter, and he's going to put out a DVD at some point, or a Blu-ray.
Now we've got almost 2,000 people watching live. We have questions from our live audience. We'll get to those, but the question I know they're going to ask, when's it out?
The DVD I don't know about. The DVD is still, DVD is such a limited, weird market these days. It's available on streaming right now. It's been out for 2 days. It's going to be on Shout Factory's channel, I believe. I'm sure it will be. But you can get it on Amazon. Is iTunes still a thing? I'm not even clear. Fandango. So you can get it now.
So it's on the streamers.
Yes.
Let's go to comments, Alan, if you help me out here.
Sure. Lord Thoth looks like fun. And Brock Samsite, Shemp is awesome.
Love Shemp.
Okay. Olo Liukui, congratulations. Thank you for immediately answering about the physical media first.
Hey, I'm a fan. It's just a hard road to travel, I guess, for sales.
Yeah. ADLS 24, you had the importunity to interview the late Gilbert Gottfried for the project. What was it like speaking with him, and when did that take place?
Gilbert, that was 2000, right? Well, I'm trying to think when he died. It was 2 years ago, I think. Probably 4 years ago. It took place. We sort of grabbed him. We have all kinds of footage of Gilbert. He shows up at a lot of Jews events and things like that. But he was doing his podcast, and I didn't know he was ill, but I kind of sensed something was off because he was he's probably almost the same age as me, but he's like a little old Jewish man. So he always seemed kind of frail and skinny and tiny, but he did the podcast, and we didn't really schedule, but he's really agreeable and whatever, and he was real tired. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be, and then we sat him down, and you could see before, like, we're rolling, he looks like he's just going to drop. And as soon as the camera went on, boom, he was going. He just went all out. It was amazing. He could turn it off and turn it on. But he was sincere. He wasn't like, people always ask, what is Gilbert's voice really like? And I go, to me, he always sounds the same because he could be that thing at any second, and he was a really interesting, I think the funniest person to ever live, not just because he's in my movie. I just think he was always hilarious.
He's one of the best interviews in the whole doc. It's really great. So
there's so much Gilbert stuff out there. One of the best things to watch is you go on YouTube and you watch Gilbert shows up at the local news in Omaha, or 25 with the blonde, platinum hair anchor and the Ted Knight looking guy, and he just does not have a filter. He doesn't curse, though. I give him credit for that. He's not going to slip. He's a professional, but he was a professional crazy person.
All right, Patrick Lemire. Friedman did an incredible poster of Dana Gould's Plan 9 from Outer Space live read. I treasure it.
I think I did the layout on that. I did some graphic design and typography for that. And Dana Gould's doing that again, actually. He's doing another live reading of Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
All right, Christopher, Moonlight Productions. I got my start as an indie filmmaker interviewing artists at comic book cons and art galleries. What do you think are the lessons narrative filmmakers can learn by doing documentary work?
Documentaries have to have a structure and sort of high points, low points, rising action like a narrative film. But you don't write it ahead of time. You kind of can outline things, but you never really know. And you're just stuck with you get all these people, and then you're like, I need a bigger boat. It's like you can learn it. It's tough, but I kind of like that, montage. I'm an editor, really, more than a director. And I like putting things together in juxtapositions and collage and montage and all that kind of fancy stuff. But I had a really high-priced documentary consultant. I won't name him. He was a great guy, but he wanted all this heavy-duty emotional arcs, which I didn't think was appropriate. I think it was more of an intellectual exercise of film. It wasn't Crumb, it wasn't Terry Zweigoff's Crumb, which is an awesome film, and Terry was really nice.
I love that movie.
But it's hard. It's hard to structure a documentary, and it's like I always kind of said, it was in the back of my mind, let's do a Drew Friedman documentary, and I'm like, well, nobody's dead yet. You don't have to be dead, but it's kind of like writing somebody's biography. Like I was reading a Bowie biography I picked up. I thought it was new a couple months ago, and I'm waiting to hear about the end, and it's like, oh, this was published while he was still alive. So it's kind of a weird dramatic arc to kind of tangle when you're doing a documentary.
Yeah.
All right. And ADL's 24. How long did it take you to wrangle together the cast of characters you interviewed for the doc? What names were most eager to speak on the work, and was there anyone who slipped through your fingers?
Writers Larry Karaszewski and Scott Alexander were like on board from the second.
They're great.
Yeah, we got to. I didn't get. I think we were supposed to have Art Spiegelman, and we just kind of like bounced around for so long we never got to him. And Drew was really eager to get all these people. Like he would always send me, "How about this guy? How about this guy? How about this guy?" And I'm like, we only got like so much time, and every time you go to do another interview, you end up, it costs more than you think. You think it's just an interview, but you got to travel, you got to get ready, But yeah.
And the movie is out now on streaming. It's coming to DVD. Will there be extras on the DVD?
I want to put all the footage on a DVD, the raw footage, and let people edit it. I don't know if that's legal or if I'd get in trouble. There's a couple interviews where I'd have to be, where people say, "This, you're not recording this part, are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Well, by the way, on my Blu-ray for Attack of the Doc, I interviewed almost 25 people behind the scenes on the show. I put their entire unedited interviews on the Blu-ray in audio form.
That's great.
So it's like, and the interviews are like an hour to 2 hour each. So it's insane amount of extras on the Attack of the Doc Blu-ray. If you
Are there still, do people still do, like, remember Robert Rodriguez would do these extras like in the Spy Kid movies were okay, but he did these extras that were amazing.
The studios don't spend a lot of money producing these. They used to have like movie-sized budgets for some of these Blu-rays. It was insane, millions, literally. Now it's commentary, a few deleted scenes. We've got some gag reel. That's it, and trailers. It's the whole DVD market. I still think it's the idea that studios stopped supporting it. I feel like people still want that stuff, but it's very sad where modern DVDs streaming killed it. Streaming killed too many things.
What's the window of opportunity for DVDs to become hipster collectible targets like vinyl? And
I mean, there's whole movements, people saying, hey, physical media, support physical media, because they can't take it away from you.
I'll take DVDs, but I'm not going to go back to VHS and cassette tapes. I worked with tape for so long, and I was like, I worked at tape for 30 years, and I said, I know there's something better than this. This is these giant pneumatic tapes, carting them around and stuff. But it's pretty interesting. And cassettes I can't abide by either.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Blu-ray. I still have some Laserdisc. Honestly, I still have some VHSs.
I have a couple. I keep seeing auctions for VHSs going for thousands of dollars, and I'm like,
there's a whole collector VHS society, and there's like even this YouTube channel, the Found Footage Fest.
Yes,
I love those guys. They collect and they put out, they do their shows built around found footage.
They have so much great stuff.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Drew Friedman.
Thank you, Alan. And Chris.
Vermeer of the Borscht Belt is out now on VOD. Look it up. Drew Friedman documentary coming to DVD soon. Kevin, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Alan. A big fan.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care, Kevin. Congrats on the doc.
Thank you.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I just started looking at Drew Friedman artwork, and it's like he's so expressive.
I've been looking at Drew Friedman art since the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Hey, we're going to wrap up the show, end it early today, but want to let people know Film Threat is a proud sponsor of the American film market. We are sponsoring the event, which means we are basically telling people about it. If you're a filmmaker making a movie, if you want to get financing for your movie, you have a script or a project, I'll be doing a panel there. I believe that's Saturday at the Fairmont Century Plaza Hotel in Los Angeles. Check that out. Look up it's AmericanFilmMarket.com. Reminding you to check out that event. I'll be there. I'm not sure if Alan's going to be there.
I mean, since they're sponsors, I can get a press credential with that.
I'm not sure. I'm sure you can get press credentials.
Okay.
So I'll register for the event. I'll be there doing a panel on that Saturday, and I'll be there, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm doing a panel about indie movies. Shocker. Let's see. We're going to be busy. Friday, we're going to talk about One Battle After Another. We've got lots of movies to discuss. It's going to be a big show on Friday. I'm seeing The Strangers Chapter 2, directed by Rennie Harlin, the most famous director from Finland.
Yes, and we're still debating on whether I'm seeing Gabby's Dollhouse.
Does the chat want Alan to see Gabby's Dollhouse?
Or better yet, do you want to hear a review of Gabby's Dollhouse?
Let us know. And then this weekend, I will be at the Catalina Island Film Festival. So anyone in the LA area, if you live on Catalina Island, guess what? I will be there. I think they invited you as well, Alan.
They might have, but I can't go.
Well, they've got a, oh my God, they have a countdown clock on their website. Counting down 9 hours from now, the event begins. I'll be there right after the show on Friday. I'm driving to Long Beach to take a boat, and I'll be at Catalina Island on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will not be at LA Comic-Con for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But because I was not.
Yeah, because our panels are too diverse.
Our panels are too diverse. But I will be at Catalina Island. Really looking forward to it. If you'll be there or find a way to get there, I'll be there.
Yeah.
There you go. So, all right.
So
Thank
far,
you.
Nobody cares about Gabby's Dollhouse.
Okay. I think you're absolved. It's a kids movie. Who cares? And
There's
thanks
so
for
much promotion going behind it. And I have no idea who Gabby or her dollhouse.
I don't. It's a toy. Thanks to Ahmad Lordthoth. Thanks to Atomic Lori and Glenn Nuccio. Thanks to you, Alan. Appreciate you. And we'll be back on Friday. Lots to talk about, and we'll leave it there. All right, Alan. And Alan, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, let's get out of here.